busy. Are you cedary? You're kidding kind on your ears. Good day, this is Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. This is Tristan. He's a Corgi. And this is an episode of Conversations with a Corgi. And I have to say, my ears feel a little bit overwhelmed between my hairband, my mic, and my glasses. If I had a mask on, that would really be a problem. And I don't always wear my hair in a hairband thing like this, but it just keeps the hair out of my face, which I'm working a lot right now on the computer, and it's so much more convenient. But I had some friends at work make fun of me and say I look like somebody's grandmother in this, which was, you know, I like grandmas. Do I want to look like one? Not so much. So anyway, I don't care. We're all letting down our guard on things for COVID self-quarantine. So I'm going to wear my bandanas around my head. And then if I need a face mask, I always have one. So today we're going to do something a little special, which is a little meditation to be an animal. Now, normally when I do this in a group, it takes a half an hour, 15 minutes. We're going to shrink that right down to about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, because if you're listening to this and you're not doing it, it's going to just seem like too much. And, you know, these things are kept forever on YouTube, or at least currently they've been kept forever on YouTube. So we try to do something useful. Anyway, so to do this exercise, you're just going to sit quietly or lay down or however you are right now. And it's a little meditation, and it's very relaxing. And in some cases, when I've done this, even with myself, it's enlightening, the things you become aware of that you didn't really know. So you can become a wild animal for this, or you can become the dog you have in your lap, or a dog you used to have, or a dog you might want to have, or a cat, or imagine yourself as a hamster or some other little house pet, ferret, kitty, horse. So we're going to start by closing your eyes and taking your deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just imagine that your body is changing into that of your animal friend. You might wiggle your toes and fingers as you feel them become paws or hoofs or fins. You might shift a little in your chair as you feel your spine, your neck, and your head rearranged a little differently. If you have a tail, wag your tail or move your tail and see what that feels like. What's the experience of having a tail? And then you might turn your head to the side as you're an animal now and just take a look at yourself and see what you look like. What color is your fur? You might pick up one of your legs and take a look at your paw or your hoof, smell it, lick it. And imagine you have an itchy spot on your shoulder. In your animal body, how are you going to reach that itchy spot? Just imagine yourself using a paw, your head, a surface around you, floor, fence, tree. Get that itchy spot and see what that feels like. take a few steps. What's it like to walk on 4 legs or some fins or flippers, whatever you have now? Take some bigger steps. How does it feel in your body to move with 4 legs? And take a little trot and see how it is to use your 4 legs to move faster. And come to a stop now in your animal body. And just take a moment to look around and see how things look out of the eyes of the animal that you are. If you're underwater, outside, inside, what do you see? How does it look? How tall are you now? And then take some deep breaths. What is it like to smell with your animal body? What can you smell? What smells interesting to you? And what do you hear? How loud are the things around you? What noises are you more aware of? Do you hear any other animals? Birds? Movement? And now imagine your special person. What do you feel when you see the person that is your special person? How do you move your body when you see your special person? What does your special person smell like to you? What do they sound like to you? And now imagine that special person getting you your food. What's the sound of your food being prepared like? How do you feel about your special person making your food? And now you're going to be able to eat the food that your special person is giving you. What does it taste like? And how do you feel about your special food from your special person? For those latecomers, we're doing a meditation where you are an animal in your life. What's your experience of eating that food? Do you want more? Is it satisfying? Does it taste good? Imagine that there's something you'd like your special person to do for you. How are you going to tell them that you'd like that thing or that activity? So just think of something that you'd really like to do in your animal body and try to figure out how to ask your special person or let them know that you really want to do this activity. imagine doing that activity, whatever it is. And imagine that your animal body is getting tired. Where are you going to go to rest? Where's your place to rest? Where's your favorite place to rest when you're tired in your animal body? And imagine settling down in that special place and closing your eyes. And gradually imagine those paws or hooves turning back into your fingers and toes. Imagine the fur, the hair, just falling away back to your human self. Take some more deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And imagine standing up as your human self. And allow the world around you to come back into your experience at the moment. And then take a moment to thank your animal that came to you for the time that you shared together. So that's the Becoming an Animal quick meditation. So this is a great thing to do if you're a dog trainer. You can kind of skew it towards what animals would be learning and how they get you to understand things. If you are working at a rescue, it's a great thing to do with some of the people that work there to understand the animals. You know, it's a fun thing to do with kids and have them outside so they can really act it out. They do amazing things. I've used this a lot in my Tellington T-Touch classes and my craniosacral classes. It's a really nice way to start a class in the morning sometimes. And it really does help people find some new awarenesses about animals around them. It's a good thing to do with an animal communication class, of course. So try doing this animal meditation yourself or with a group or leading a friend or some other animal lover, and just make it up as you go along and see how it comes out, because it will teach you a lot about your animal. And especially, how do they communicate with us? How do they get us to do things that we might not have thought of, like walking, more treats, more food, petting, and feel what it's like to be in that body and be 1 foot high, 2 feet high, 3 feet high, instead of up where we are or where a horse is taller than us. And the things that you see at that different level, it can be pretty, it can raise your awareness. So thanks for joining us today for this episode of Conversations with a Corgi. We'll be back tomorrow for another episode. And I did post this on my events on my Facebook page that you're watching this on. I'm doing a little like 2 to 3 hour class for a group of people in Poland on an introduction to craniosacral therapy. They're going to learn a couple of techniques. And if you have a deep interest in this subject, you may want to ask to join. We are translating from English to Polish, so it's not going to be moving too quickly. And it's pretty reasonably priced. And I can connect you with Susanna, who's running it, if you are interested. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day and enjoy your animals.